This is why I think Cody Rhodes should be the one to beat Roman Reigns over Sami Zayn. So let me break it down to you like this. WWE had turned Cody Rhodes into Stardust. This was a terrible gimmick, and Cody Rhodes knew it was a terrible gimmick, so he decided to bet on himself, and he left the WWE. It was pretty much like he had to restart his entire career from the jump. He went to the independent scene to prove that he was a legit superstar. And he had some good success, in Ring of Honor, also had some good success in New Japan Pro Wrestling. During that journey, I think he turned a lot of doubters into believers, like, whoa, wait a minute, like, Cody Rhodes may be a lot better than we thought he was. And then he made history when he was one of the sole reasons responsible for creating AEW, All Elite Wrestling. But the fans weren't really behind Cody Rhodes in AEW like they are in WWE right now. Number one, a lot of fans really wanted Cody to turn heel, and he refused to turn heel. And because Cody Rhodes had also an executive role in AEW, he refused to make himself the AEW World Champion, which could have been smart on Cody's end, because he probably knew if he made himself AEW World Champion, a lot of people would have compared him, to Jeff Jarrett in TNA, saying that he was burying talent, saying that he forced his way to be World Champion. And then he shocks the entire world by leaving AEW to come back to the WWE. And Cody Rhodes has made it crystal clear. His sole reason to coming back was to become the world champion. Literally, the night after WrestleMania, he brought up the fact that his dad, the American Dream Dusty Rhodes, wasn't able to win the big one in WWE. His brother Goldust wasn't able to win the big one in WWE. He wants to be the first Rhodes in his family to succeed and win the big one in the WWE. Cody's sole reason to coming back to the WWE was for the championship. It's been his connection since day one, since he's been back. He's made it clear. If you think about it, the spot that Cody Rhodes is in right now, going to the main event of WrestleMania, was probably always his spot since he came back last year, because he made his intentions very clear the night after WrestleMania why he came back to the WWE. The journey of Sami Zayn has been incredible. Him also reinventing himself to become as popular as he is right now is top tier. He teased, wanted to be a member of the Bloodline and everything. He wanted to be accepted into the group, and, he fought so hard to get into the group, which is why people, I think, were starting to buy into it. And then he finally got accepted as the honorary Uso, and he brought a new life to the Bloodline that I think a lot of people at that time felt like was much needed. And this is where Sami's story is different than Cody's for me. Like, Sami Zayn has never been chasing the titles. He's never been chasing Roman's spot. Cody Rhodes is legit chasing the championship. He wants to achieve the ultimate goal, achieve the ultimate dream, become the first Rhodes in his family to finally do it, to win the big one. He said in many interviews that he wants to be the quarterback. He wants to be the guy. Sami Zayn's story isn't like Daniel Bryan's story, when he was going against the Authority. To me, like, Daniel Bryan was chasing the championship. He had won the championship, then he got screwed out of the championship by the Authority, then he won the championship again, and they also screwed him out of the championship the second time. Like, by the time WrestleMania came around, Daniel Bryan had to win the championship because he'd been chasing it for so long. Sami Zayn has never really been chasing the championship. He just got so popular and so over in the Bloodline because it was so good. They never really teased that Sami was coming after Roman, or that Sami was coming for the championships. They never really teased that. Like, Sami Zayn just wanted to be the honorary Uso. He just wanted to be accepted into the group. And I just feel, Sami Zayn right now is probably the most popular superstar in the company right now. He's so over, but I think Cody Rhodes overall has the better story to go to WrestleMania and be the one to beat Roman Reigns. Because Cody's been chasing the title since he's been back. He's made it clear that's what he wants. And then he got injured, and if he never got injured, they probably would have planted more seeds for Cody Rhodes coming after the championship. A lot of people thought that he was going to win Money in the Bank last year. Even though Cody Rhodes doesn't have a storyline connection with Roman Reigns like Sami Zayn does, Roman just has both world titles right now. The perfect story ending for both of these chapters for me would be for Kevin and Sami to go to WrestleMania and to face the Usos. We all know the deep roots that Sami and Kevin have in professional wrestling, and Sami Zayn refused to pull the trigger at the Royal Rumble and take out Kevin Owens because of those reasons. Jimmy Uso was the first person to really accept Sami as the honorary Uso in the Bloodline, and he was also the first person to attack and put hands on Sami Zayn after Sami Zayn took the chair and drove it into Roman Reigns' back. Jey Uso in the very beginning of the storyline hated Sami Zayn, couldn't stand Sami Zayn, and that hatred turned to love, and then he probably loved Sami Zayn more than anybody in the Bloodline. His emotions showed that at the Royal Rumble when he couldn't even beat down and attack Sami Zayn after Sami turned on Roman Reigns. He walked away from the whole situation because he was torn. He was heartbroken. Ever since Cody has come back to WWE, the story has been built there for him to become the world champion and finally achieve the big one for his family's legacy. I know that'll be an unpopular opinion for some people, but Sami Zayn did tremendous work in the Bloodline. Him as the honorary Uso was great. He became so popular with the group and made the group so relevant and so fresh for some people and so entertaining. But the pure story of chasing the world championship to win the big one, to become the guy, has never been Sami Zayn's story. It's always been Cody's story since he's been back in WWE. But since Roman has both world titles, only one person can be the one to dethrone the tribal chief and take the world titles from him, and I believe that should be Cody Rhodes. It's literally been his sole purpose of coming back to the WWE for this moment right here. And if the fans happen to turn on Cody because Sami Zayn isn't the one to defeat Roman Reigns, I don't think that should stop Cody Rhodes' push at all as world champion, because a lot of fans really don't know what they want nowadays anyway, if I'm being honest. Like, 1 minute they want something, and then when they get it, they completely want something else the next second.